Novosibirsk, no risk after blast and fire at Russian lethal virus lab. A major Russian research center studying lethal viruses including Ebola and HIV says there was no biological contamination from an explosion and fire in one of its buildings. The fire was caused by the explosion of a gas canister during refurbishment work at the Vector Center in Koltsovo, a town near Novosibirsk in Siberia. One person who suffered burns is in intensive care, a statement said. Vector was reportedly a Cold War biological weapons research center. The facility was set up in 1974 as a closed institute researching vaccines and defenses against bacteriological and biological weapons, Russian Interfax news agency reports. Monday's explosion, during refurbishment on the fifth floor of a six-story laboratory building, blew out windows. There was no major structural damage in the incident and no work with biological materials was going on there, the Vector statement said. The fire spread over 30 square meters, 323 square feet, before being extinguished. Vector has one of the world's largest collections of viruses, including Ebola, according to Interfax. Reports say its collection includes samples of smallpox, bird flu and different strains of hepatitis. In May 2004 a scientist working in a Vector lab at Koltsovo died after accidentally jabbing her left hand with a syringe containing Ebola. Antonina Presnyakova was an experienced researcher, who was doing tests on guinea pigs at the time, Russia's Kommersant Daily reported. Ebola, your questions answered. She was wearing the normal protective clothing, including rubber gloves, and got immediate medical attention, but the dose still killed her 2 weeks later. 4 officials were disciplined at Vector over the accident. Kommersant described the facility as a military installation, surrounded by a barbed wire fence and armed guards in watchtowers. Cold War-era secret installations. The Koltsovo incident may fuel concern about the safety of Russia's many Cold War-era secret installations. The then Soviet Union, in competition with the U.S., had large-scale nuclear, biological and chemical warfare research programs. Last month, 5 nuclear engineers and 2 military personnel died when an isotope fuel engine blew up at the Neuronnews Naval Test Range, in Russia's Arctic. There was a low-level release of radiation, officials said. That incident remained shrouded in secrecy. Russia is developing a nuclear-powered cruise missile, but the Russian military did not specify the technology that was being tested at Neuronnews.